All right, now we've joined Daisy Simone over at her pit area, and then what we call the entire area here is the paddock area. That's where all the tow vehicles and the trailers and the motorcycles are garaged, and then in each individual rider's stall is considered a pit area, a hot pit lane on the front, just like in the car racing, NASCAR, I think is what they call it, on television. Now, what size engine's in this bike?
750.
Loud exhaust. Say that one more time.
It's a Gixxer 750.
So Gixxer is a Suzuki motorcycle, and we're looking at the controls here. And you race this motorcycle?
Yes.
How long have you been riding motorcycles?
Well, off and on for about 14 years. But I didn't get into sport bike riding until about 3.5 years ago.
What got you into it?
I got on a Ninja 250 and had an absolute blast. And as soon as I was done riding it for the day, I was like, I have to race this thing. And there we go.
So you went from just street riding or dirt bike riding?
Street riding.
Oh, you're on the street. So now you're on the racetrack. Do you go back and forth?
Not very much. Once I started riding the track, I really didn't have as much interest riding on the street because it wasn't nearly as much fun. And when I'm on a closed course, it's a blast.
I've heard people mention that racing's safer than on the street because you don't have intersecting traffic and everybody's going the same direction.
Right? The biggest thing for me is there's so many people texting and driving right now, and whenever you have that going on, you never know what they're going to do. So I'd rather not get run over on the street. Being on the track is definitely safer. Being on the track is so much safer.
Let's look at the controls here. Over here on this side, you might want to point out what we're looking at.
Well, you've got the exhaust. That's an import exhaust that I added to the bike.
As far as controls, what's over here on this side?
We've got the brake lever, the rear brake lever. And then the foot peg, that's just where I rest my foot whenever I'm
Let's look up here on the handlebar on the right side. What controls are those?
On the right, we've got the throttle, which is one of the most important parts of the motorcycle. Has a Motion Pro quick turn throttle, and then the brake lever. So this is for the front brake, and that's the brake that I use the most. And this button turns on my bike.
Let's walk around here and look at the left side. Controls over here look similar to the right side. What's that control?
Well, they're actually quite different. This one is the foot peg, which is like the other side, but this is the shift lever where I change the gears whenever I'm riding.
Go back up here to the handlebar again.
On this side, this is just a normal grip. There's no throttle or brake or anything on this, but right in here, this is my clutch lever, and the clutch lever is what helps me change the gears.
Notice a red box back here with a safety pin looking device here. What's that do?
That's the transponder, and the transponder sends a signal to control, and it lets them know what I'm doing on the track if I'm on the track.
Now notice on the tires are covered here. What are these devices that are on your tires?
These are tire warmers, and what they do is kind of what they are is they warm up my tires, so whenever I get out there on the track, they're already nice and hot and ready to go. If they're not hot, they're really slippery, and they don't grip the track as well. So I like getting out there and being able to just ride as fast as I can, as soon as I can.
Let's see. Let's look at the back here. This is the business end as far as the motorcycle getting the power to the asphalt. And that's the business end up there, your office So you have the same tire warmer back here. Any other
When bike number
differences
3
between the front and the back?
down, make
Brake
sure
looks
he's
the
wearing a
same.
yellow prop knob shirt.
Yeah, the rear tire warmer is just a little bit bigger because the tire is wider. This is actually a new tire, so I definitely want it nice and hot whenever I get out there on the track. That's really it as far as that goes. We've got the chain, which helps make the tire move, makes the wheel move.
Let's look at your office seat here, and you can stand up there and point out some of the controls and what we're seeing here. So that's a special seat that's for racing. This doesn't look like something off a street bike. There's no tail light.
Oh yeah, there's no tail lights on the race bikes. We don't need them. Nobody. If you're braking, you obviously are braking. You're slowing down quite a bit. A lot of people actually pop up, you know, whenever they're braking.
Can you sit on the motorcycle now without having a problem since it's on its safety stand? Let's get you in your racing position when you're tucked in out of the air. And we'll walk around this way and get a little pan. The Rainbow Socks. What's his name?
Socks.
Does he ride with you like that?
No, he hasn't ridden with me, but there's a possibility of that in the future.
Ah, I see. He looks like he needs a GoPro camera on him.
Actually, I do have a GoPro that I used to have on here, right here, but I had to take it off.
How much fun is it racing with the Central Motorcycle Road Racing Association?
It's a blast. The CMRA is one of the best organizations in the U.S. It's so much fun. We've got a family of people here, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else on a weekend. It's perfect.
I think we'll end it at that. How's that? That's great.